Hey everybody, it's Brian Kelm here from Brian Kelm Productions. It's November here in Wisconsin, so it's a little bit chilly out. Meghan and Matthew got married in September, and they've been busy. And we got a chance to get together and talk about their wedding and reconvene, and had some drinks and had some food, and they're sticking out their tongue at each other. And yeah, they just want to share a little bit of their experience working with me for their wedding, and what in their eyes makes me different. So who wants to go first?
I think a big thing was just the versatility of being able to bounce from one thing to another, ad-lib our whole day when I decide to change things or break some rules.
The rules.
Got to break some rules every once in a while and have a little fun and just keep going with the flow, not being stuck to one thing, one plan. Plans change minute by minute, and being able to adapt and overcome everything. It was great.
Meghan?
Yeah, I would agree with that. It was nice to not be super rigid, but at the same time, I think having the itinerary that Brian made up, which was literally like minute to minute, was also very helpful when it came to specifically the ceremony and the getting ready, and even like the whole weekend, like the rehearsal dinner, everything was planned out. So while there was flexibility in between, you know, what we wanted to do minute to minute, having the overall plan was super helpful, and it was really nice that I didn't have to worry about where I was supposed to be, where someone else was supposed to be. It was just, I didn't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, I mean, we literally did not have to have contact day of with any of our hired professionals. Thank you. Because that was great, yeah.
So, like, you guys have been to a ton of weddings. You guys
Correct.
are going to one next week, you know, next Friday, so 6 days from now. What, in your eyes, makes me different? Because you guys were at Angie and Zach's wedding, you know, when they got married. So what makes me different in your eyes after all the different people you see?
I think very much with your ideas and bringing what you've brought from each wedding you've also done, bringing different ideas in, and very much so your planning, where I personally didn't realize from where we are from point one to point two, you know, what all the steps are from going for everything. That was a big thing for me, like, this all has to happen? I did not realize any of that, a lot of it. So that was a huge thing, especially even dealing with some of other weddings that I've been involved in that didn't have as much of that, so that was huge for us.
Yeah, Brian's been really on top of it from the very beginning. You know, we've worked with him for a year and 6 months, basically.
Almost 2, yeah.
And he also gets to know the wedding party and the couples really well too, so he gets a feel for how you want things to go the day of. So he does a really good job of that.
Well, I appreciate
it happen.
Well, I appreciate you guys very much and your families, and so blessed to have you guys as friends and loyal wedding customers. So enjoy your holiday season as a newly married couple, and just a pleasure serving you guys.
It's been 2 weeks since Matthew and Meghan's wedding. I'm Matt's mom, the mother of the groom, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about our work with Brian Kelm Productions. Brian met with Meghan and I the first time because Matthew was ill, and I immediately had a really warm, comforting feeling that Brian had enough experience, he had ideas for us, and really made us feel comfortable. We ended up working with Brian for about 18 months, and during that time there was communication via email, some messaging back and forth. He set up a Facebook page for the group, and it was just really good to know that somebody was kind of keeping our time schedule lined up and letting us know what needed to be done next and when we'd be having our next meetings. Matthew and Meghan met with Brian several times and talked about the venue, talked about the feeling that they wanted to have for their wedding, and I think it really added to the special evening and how individual their ceremony ended up being. Brian does do well with very open communication. As mother of the groom, I did have some questions along the way, and I felt really comfortable being able to just message Brian and ask him my questions and get an answer or get an idea shared between us. Also during the ceremony or during the evening reception, Brian was really open to flexibility. We had some small changes in the dance floor, changes in some of the activities that we were going to do. We added some special music at the last minute, and Brian was really flexible in helping us achieve that as well. Overall, our experience with Brian Kelm Productions was very favorable, and I could feel good about recommending him. Thanks, Brian, for all you do, and happy wedding season.